A wash of wind behind Elena, followed by the susurration of wings as intimately familiar to her as the air of this city. Folding her own wings tighter against her back, Elena leaned into Raphael as he came to stand behind her, sliding his arms over her shoulders and around to hold her against the muscled heat of him. His biceps were bare, his leathers sleeveless.
"Habibti."
A kiss nuzzled to the side of her hair, which she'd allowed to grow until it reached her butt, but that she wore in a braid today.
"You are in a contemplative mood."
Raising her right hand, she closed it over his forearm. Her bracelet slid down her wrist as she did so, each slender metal link bearing a name beloved to her. Her mother, sisters, nieces, nephew, father, Sarah. Heart-twisting, she said, "I am having trouble accepting that, as of tomorrow, I'll have lived an entire millennium." Most immortals past a certain age either didn't bother to or couldn't remember their date of birth. But Elena had held on tight to that piece of herself that was wholly human. She kept a diary in which she maintained assiduous track of the passing of time. She was determined never to become jaded or to lose herself in the slipstream of an endless existence. It seems impossible even when I remind myself of everything that's come in between. Not only the losses that would forever mark her, but war, a hard-won peace, constant growth, and the transformation of her beloved New York at its very foundations. 1,000 years of sunrises and sunsets, 1,000 years of taking flight, 1,000 years, Raphael. Her archangel's scent in her blood, her eyes closing as she sank into him.
"What astonishes me is how you've managed to stay so defiantly my Elena through it all."
Raphael's voice rumbled against her, holding power even more deadly than the day they'd first met, the day he'd made her close her hand over her blade, and she'd decided that death was better than submission. She opened her eyes. "What a journey we've been on, Archangel." He'd gone from being a terrifying threat to being integral to her existence. Nothing would ever feel right again if she lost him. Even the thought of it made her stomach drop, cold begin to cut through her veins. He spread out his wings, the magnificent span of them visible in her peripheral vision.
"All of it because of your wild spirit and beautifully stubborn mortal heart."
The irony of it was that Elena's heart wasn't physically mortal, wasn't even like that of ordinary angels. Her body, her heart, carried archangelic cells, but the physical had never mattered, not in this. "If I lose that, Archangel, we'll have to go into sleep." Never did she doubt that if she went, so would he.
"I have no fear of that happening any time soon."